This tutorial is about how to make this plastic bioflower. Here I am using this energy drinks bowl. Take a temporary pen and draw a petal shape. You can draw any shape you desire. I am drawing this basic petal shape. Check the size. If you are happy, then cut it out. For your ease, cut the piece out first. Then cut the petal shape by following the line. Cut from the one side, then turn it over and cut from the other side. When it is done, you can clean the leftover marks. And this is how your first petal is cut. Now let's cut off a large piece of bottle to make our task easy. Now we are going to use the first petal as a stencil to cut the rest of petals. 5 to 6 petals are enough to make one flower, but it's better to cut 7 to 8 petals in case if you ruin any petal accidentally. And keep using the first petal to cut all the petals you need. Here I have cut all the petals. It's time to melt the edges. Swipe the petals edge near the flame of your candle to melt the sharp edges. Try to keep it as under the flame as you can, and you can use a tweezer or a plier for your hand safety. After melting edges of the old petals, take an aluminium wire and heat its one end. With the help of this hot tip, impale the tip of a petal. Heat it up again and impale the petal second time a little away from the first hole. This way make 2 holes on the tip of a petal. Repeat the same procedure to impale the old petals. Can you see these holes? I'm sorry if you can. Now let's clean all these petals one more time. Next, take a piece of aluminium wire. Take a petal, insert the wire in one hole from the back of the petal and insert it back from the second hole. Try to pull it as tight as you can. Here it goes so hard for the hands, so let's use a plier. Then twist the wires both sides to secure the petal. Make sure the petal isn't wobbly when you finish it. See, it's nice and tight. This way, attach all the petals with wire one by one. Insert the wire from the one hole and insert it back from the second hole. Pull it out tight and twist with the plier. I'm doing it second time for you to show clearly how you do it. The wire is pulled out from the second hole, so it's time to twist, twist, twist. And you will end up with something like this. See how these 2 petals are looking like? And all the petals are done now. Let's give them a good wipe. Using a baby wipe, remove all the grease and dirt because we are going to paint them now. Let's lay protective film on our work surface. It can be a newspaper and line up the soldiers facing wrong side up. And grab your spray paint of your favorite color. Never forget to shake the bowl well before you spray and coat all the petals with the spray paint. Then let them dry. In the meantime, let's cut a piece of aluminium wire. And here I'm taking I think 8 mm white beads. Take a bead and pass the aluminium wire through it. Turn the wire back and twist to secure the bead. Plier is recommended to secure the bead tight on its place. And this is done. The paint is dried. Check the coating on the back of the petal. Now I have painted the face of the petals and they are all dried now. So we can remove the protective film. Finally, take a petal and wrap around the bead wire. This is the final step but the most tricky step of this task. First petal is attached, now take the second petal. And it's the most tricky part, wrapping the wire. Take the third petal, place it where it's appropriate and wrap the wire. And it's okay if it's not in perfect position, we'll adjust it later. 3 petals are done, move on to the 4th one. Place it where you find it's needed and wrap the wire. Don't worry about squishing the flower, just wrap it tight. Make sure the petals are not loose and wobbly. Now it's 5th petal's turn. Let's see how our flower looks. I think there is space for one more petal. Let's move them close to make some space for the 6th petal. I think I have done it. Finally, take the 6th petal and wrap it tight around the flower. At the end, wrap all the wires down to the bottom end. It is a bit hard, but you can adjust the petal's position in a perfect shape of the flower. You may need to squeeze from the back to shape it. Just for a final touch, twist the wires with the plier and cut off the excess wires if you find any. You can wrap the wire with the floral tape or cut off just to keep the flower head. I gotta adjust the petals again to achieve the desired shape. I think this is done now. This is great to decorate your lamp or use as a bunch of the flower in your flower vase. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck.